Could you give an opening statement? Oftentimes coaches give some thoughts on the game that help us go.
Well, I thought our defense was really good at the start of the game. I thought we really played well. We just didn't make any shots. We didn't make enough shots. You're not going to win too many games shooting 31% from the field and 22% from the three-point line. It's been one of the main reasons why we haven't been, we've lost some close games this year just based on shooting the basketball. I don't want to answer anything in regards to the stuff yesterday.
Did you think that they were distracted today?
No, I think our guys have played hard all year. That's what Syracuse basketball is all about. It's about winning. If we're playing Timbuktu University, we play the hardest we can and try to win every game. And unfortunately, we ran into a really good team tonight. NC State is playing really well. They made some shots in the second half that got some separation, and they're a very good basketball team.
Coach, what did you think of Caleb today?
Caleb started off the game. He made the three. I thought he did a good job of getting into our offense at the start of the game, and then had a couple turnovers. But he's a freshman. He's been young. He's had some ups and downs this year. Now that the season's over, it's time to reevaluate, get better, and for a freshman on that stage, he did a pretty good job.
What is your message to your young?
It's Rock is a special kid, and you get a guy who graduates in 3 years. You get a guy who's done everything you want him to do. And when it comes to a conclusion, I've been there. Red's been there. Jerry Mack's been there. Coach Bam's been there. It's not easy. It's hard to see a kid like that leave.
Talk about the year he's had since it's over now.
I think he's had as good a year as anybody in the country. He carried us for most of the season, offensively, defensively. Later in the year, his team started double teaming and the scouting report started to change. It became a little bit more difficult. You saw tonight, Rock missed some shots he usually makes around the basket. But he's been a warrior. He's been that 40-minute guy every night. He's rebounded. He's brought it. He's been a great leader. He's brought professionalism every day. And like I said earlier about Mike's question, that's what makes him, so special and why it's so hard to see him graduating here last game.
You went through sort of a season like this, certainly a game like this, your senior year,
Yep.
93. Did they remind you at all of that, or did they give you more empathy for what these guys went through?
It's tough. A lot of adversity, And, Dajuan Coleman not playing at the beginning of the year and that decision. Chris McCullough going down. One of the things with our defense is our size, and he was averaging close to 2 blocks a game, and he was a rebound the basketball. That size. Plus he was playing backup center. That was a huge loss, and these guys just kept fighting, and coach just kept asking, just bring it every night, and they did, and they fought, and they played hard. They played together. We just didn't make enough shots.
You mentioned Coleman. What is reasonable to expect of him next year right now as far as where he's health-wise?
Well, he's getting better. He's coach decided and Dajuan together that they thought to get some practices in and do that stuff the second half part of the year, and he's been great. I mean, Dajuan looks good in practice. It's going to be more of the consistency on the day-to-day basis when you're talking about a knee injury, but he's been a great surprise. He brings it every day, and hopefully he'll be ready to go next year.
Coach, how big of an impact will the loss of scholarships have on the future of this program?
Again, I don't want to discuss any of the questions of the investigation.
When were you told that Boeheim wouldn't be coming out to address the media and that you would?
I don't want to answer any of those questions.
Just says McCann Lawrence played the second half.
Well, he had a good year last year, but he's a jet. I mean, it's hard to contain him. He can get in the lane. He's making that mid-range pull-up jump shot. And this team is dangerous. They've got 3 great guards, Turner and can really shoot the basketball. I mean, he's not a good shooter. He's a great shooter. Obviously, Trevor Lacey's as good a guard there is in college basketball. They've got size. But Cad Barber is a game changer with his speed. I mean, he went from one end to the other like this, and not too many guys can do that.
Coach, what's your message to your younger guys as far as this offseason, what you want them to work on?
Get better. Get in the weight room, work on our shooting just like we do every year. You know, obviously, to be able to win 18 games this year with what has happened, I think it's an amazing thing. Our kids have really worked hard through a lot of adversity. You know, we're not used to, you know, we overachieved. We're not used to losing 13 games. And I know our guys will be in the gym trying to get better every day, learn from this season and move forward. That's all you can do.
As someone who knows Coach as well as you do, how tough has it been to see him deal with this?
Coach is a warrior. There's, you know, he's a superhero, and superhero. You know, in today's day and age, you never know. But you know, he's turned into a really good player. He's worked really hard. He's been playing a couple positions. He plays the forward. He plays the point guard. But Mike he's improved a lot, and to see that improvement, we're looking forward for him coming back next year and leading this team.
Eventually the day will come, but can you imagine a day when Syracuse doesn't have somebody like Jim Boeheim?
You know, he's a legend, and you know, when people ask me, you know, you'll be the next head coach at Syracuse, I used to always say I'm gonna put an unbelievable fence around it and try to protect his legacy and what he's created, because what he's done, not too many people, I don't think anybody will ever be able to do that again. And he's a special guy, and it's going to be hard, I can tell you that. He's a legend.
Coach, how many times have you filled in for Coach Boeheim in the postgame presser?
This is my first. Am I doing okay? A couple tears almost, yeah, I guess. Coach Hillsman.
Given one of his best strengths has always been developing guys year 1 to year 2, where is this sophomore class right now compared to where you guys had anticipated when you initially evaluated all of them?
You know, at the end of the day, these guys are talented players. We had James Sutherland and Andy Routens, who took them 3 years to play, and they were fifth-year players, first-year starters. They both played in the NBA. At the end of the day, with the injuries that happened, some of these guys were maybe pushed into roles that were a little bit too advanced at the time. But they're all talented. They all have big upsides. And at the end of the day, you know, Coach is always focused on the process and approaching everything the same way. Every game's the same. You know, we get in the gym, we learn from the game. You go into the gym, you get better, you work on your weaknesses, and you move forward and get ready for the next game. And that's what these guys have to do. We'll have our meetings, we'll evaluate them, tell them what they need to work on for this summer, and I think they'll do it. These guys they're talented. And obviously, maybe the stage was a little bit too big.
Any other questions about today's game?
As far as Trevor being one of your seniors next year, what's kind of your message to him for, you know, taking the next step?
You know, I think, you know, we got to make him, you know, you can't shoot, you got to shoot 34% from the field, you got to be in the 40s. You know what I mean? That's a combination of a lot of different things. But Trevor's as hard a worker as we've ever had at Syracuse, and he's, you know, teams are face guarding him. I mean, he's in transition, they're running to him in transition. When he's in the corner, they're staying next to him in the corner. That's very tough. So, you know, that's why, you know, team is so important. Everybody's got to be able to help each other, and, you know, just, you know, go back to the lab, get at the tape, and refocus and get ready for next season.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Please let the coach stand in front, please.